हरे कृष्ण हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तेरा बनचारे। जमुना तेरा बनचारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तेरा बनचारी। जमुना तेरा बनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे। जंग विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य सत्र शत शिष्यमात् अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन ब्यूटी आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस प्रभुपाद की जंग विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य सत्र शत शिष्यमात् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्री श्री राधा विनोद भगवान की श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री नित्यानंद नटवर्षि गौर सुंदर की श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की पानीहाटी महामहोत्सव की श्रीमान नित्यानंद प्रभु की श्रील रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स पदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिष्ये नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for the evening discussion on Panihati Mahamahotsav. So many are watching online, that's what I heard. So today is very, very special day because on this day Srila Raghunath Das Goswami received the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, and in that way he also received the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after this. It's a very famous festival, common festival for every year. All of you know the pastime anyway. Still, it's not about knowing, it's all about being absorbed in those pastimes. Those who are pure in heart, the pastime times, if that is repeated, they don't feel it is repeated. They think it is newer and newer experiences. That is the nature of Krishna's pastimes. Pastimes, lila. But when we act, we become bound by laws of karma. Our activities are not lila. Why? Our activities are not lila. Krishna's activities are lila. But his activities are very important. Why Krishna's activities are lila? We say this is divyam. Janma karma chame divyam. Divyam means transcendental to the modes of material nature. It is spiritual. What does that mean? It means when the activities are performed without any personal motive, those activities become lila. So when Krishna performs his activities, there is no personal motivation behind that activity. Why Krishna does all the activities? He does all the activities for the pleasure of his devotees. That's why it becomes lila. And how we can become part of that lila? When we perform activities only for the purpose of pleasing the Supreme Personality of God, then we become part of Krishna's pastimes. The point to be noted is that we have to give up our own personal agenda. What Rupa Goswami has explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He has given the definition of Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Bhakti means Anna Bhilasita Sunyam. Free from any material motive. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Atev Shanta Bhukti Mukti Siddhikami Sakalei Asant. In this world, people are disturbed in mind. Right? Mind is very disturbed. In modern days, mind is very, very disturbed. We have achieved so much, we have so much opulences, we have so many facilities to enjoy, but our mind is very, very disturbed. And we have so many friends, but loneliness is the greatest killer in the modern days, right? We have so many friends on Facebook, so many followers in social media. Still, people are feeling lonely. wonderful picture, profile, next day committing suicide. This is the situation. It means something is wrong. It is superficial. Actually, you don't have any friend. In this world, very difficult to have friends. Why? Because everybody has their own personal agenda. So-called friendship, so-called love, so-called relationship is all motivated by personal agenda. As long as we have our personal agenda, we cannot experience real Krishna consciousness. So therefore, if we want to experience the bliss of Krishna's pastimes, slowly but gradually, we have to come out from our personal agenda. Only agenda we should have, that is pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His pure representatives. Raghunath Das Goswami and Nityananda Prabhu are the two main characters in this pastime, Panihati Mahamahotsav. Raghunath Das Goswami, he wanted to join Mahaprabhu's movement as a full-time devotee. And Raghunath Das Goswami gave the proposal to Mahaprabhu in Santipur. Thought Mahaprabhu will be very happy and help him. But Mahaprabhu was very heavy. He said, please give up all this monkey-like renunciation. Go back to your home, get married. Antare koronista, baire loka vyavahar. Whatever renunciation you want to cultivate, you cultivate internally. But externally, act like a worldly person. Get married, do business. And internally become very, very pure in Krishna consciousness. That was the instruction received by Raghunath Das Goswami from Sriman Mahaprabhu, who renounced the world at the age of 24, became a sannyasi, and that praise jewel sannyasi has advised Raghunath Das Goswami to get married. And Raghunath Das Goswami was from a very, very rich family. Very, very rich family. It is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the opulence of that family was like Indra in the heaven. That kind of opulence they had. And he was the only son in that family. Right? He got married and he got a wife. And what was the beauty of the wife? Like the Apsara in the heavenly planet. Beautiful wife. Highly opulent person. Still, he doesn't want to be in the home. He wanted to renounce and he was trying to run away to join full time. Okay. But somehow the security arrangement was very tight. So securities used to catch him and used to bring him back again. And this was going on quite frequently. Then Raghunath Das Goswami's mother gave an idea to her husband. He said, why you are keeping him free? He should be bound by ropes. Then he cannot run away. Very good idea. But what was the response from the father of Raghunath Das Goswami? The father of Raghunath Das Goswami said, the opulence like Indra and beautiful wife like Apsara like wife that cannot bind Chaitanya, that cannot bind Raghunath Das Goswami. That cannot bind Raghunath. So how come the ordinary rope of this world can bind Raghunath Das Goswami? Who has received the causeless mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Nobody can bind him. So Raghunath's father realized the potency of Mahaprabhu's mercy. Actually, Mahaprabhu's mercy is very, very dangerous from material point of view. He makes the kings into beggars. That is the history of our Gauriya Vaishnava Parampara. Right or wrong? Rup Sanatan, they are so opulent. Raghunath Das Goswami, so opulent. So in that way, men associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they gave up everything and became the associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. মহাপ্রভুর ভক্তগণের বৈরাগ্য প্রধান তাহা দেখি প্রীত হন গৌর ভগবান. The primary symptom of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya is renunciation. So we think renunciation means who has taken sannyas. But here, this is not the statement. This statement is deep statement. It is not external statement based on our ashram. It is the internal consciousness of devotees. Most of the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were grihasthas, right? Very few brahmachari, very few sannyasis, very, very few. But it is explained Mahaprabhur Bhaktaganer. It is not explained, it is not stated Mahaprabhur Brahmachari Sannyasi Bhaktaganer Vairaga Pradhan. It is not explained like that. It is said Mahaprabhur Bhaktaganer Vairaga Pradhan. Right or wrong? And while Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, the devotees went to Jagannath Puri for how many months? Minimum 4 months. They used to stay there. And also up and down. They are not going by train or flight. They used to go walking. So half of the year they are spending time with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they are not brahmacharis. They are all grihastha devotees. And even after 4 months also they don't want to come back. Mahaprabhu used to tell them to go back. Please go back. That was the level of renunciation of all those devotees. Srivas Thakur, huge family. Very, very big family. So Mahaprabhu jokingly asked one day, Srivas, whole day you are doing Hari Bol. Because Srivas was always there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Daytime, night time, all the time. Full time. So when he will earn money, so Mahaprabhu told, do something practical. Earn some money for your family maintenance. How family will be maintained? By hearing this question, Srivas Thakur clapped 3 times. It's a mysterious answer. Mahaprabhu wanted explanation. So he said, first clap means I will fast for the first day. Second clapping means fasting for the second day. Third clapping means fasting for the third day. Even after that, nothing happens. Ganges is nearby. I'll go and drown in the Ganges and give up my body. Hari Bol. Mahaprabhu was so impressed by Srivas Thakur's consciousness. And it was pronounced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that even one day may come that Lakshmijis also may have to beg on the street. That can happen. But there will be no scarcity in the house of Srivas Thakur. Why? For that you have to know the history, background checking. What was the level of Srivas Thakur's devotion to Lord Chaitanya? One day Mahaprabhu heard, not Mahaprabhu heard, Srivas Thakur heard while Mahaprabhu was dancing in Kirtan in Sivasangan that there is sound. Sound was coming from inside. Ladies were crying. Srivas went to check what's going on. And he came to know that his son died. So when he heard that news that his son died, he was very, very, very happy. He was in ecstasy. That what a fortunate son. He died in front of Lord Chaitanya. While Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in Harinam Sankirtan. What a glorious death. Then he said, but if the sound of your crying disturbs the Harinam Sankirtan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then what I'll do? I'll go to the Ganges, drown in the Ganges and give up my body, and you can cry as much as you want. That was a statement from who? Srivas Thakur. What happened? Crying stopped. That was the level of Srivas Thakur's devotion. Uninterrupted, pure devotional service. That's why, in order to be maintained by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have to have uninterrupted, pure devotional service. 24 hours a day. It's not a part-time business. That's why Mahaprabhu's all the devotees, whether it is Kolavechar Sridhar, whether it is Srivas Thakur, whether it is Haridas Thakur, whether it is Pundarik Vidyanidhi, whether it is Rupa Goswami, everybody is the embodiment of renunciation. That's why it is said, Mahaprabhur Bhaktaganer Vairagya Pradhan. But when you talk about renunciation, then generally who comes first? Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami used to do bhajan for 22 hours and 30 minutes every day. Minimum. 1.5 hours for other activities. Sometimes we think, oh, I am very austere. Recently we did Pandab Nirjal Ekadasi. Right? For Raghunath Das Goswami, he used to drink in every 2-3 days. Not eat. He used to drink in every 2-3 days 1 cup of buttermilk. And the day he used to drink buttermilk, he used to think, I did lot of sense gratification. Because I drank 1 cup of buttermilk. That was the level of renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami. Prabhupada gave the warning, don't ever think to imitate Raghunath Das Goswami. What will happen? Either you will die or otherwise you will be in mental asylum. These two things will happen if we imitate Raghunath Das Goswami. But point to be noted, that he is the embodiment of renunciation. His renunciation is like mark on the stone, high level of renunciation, both internally and externally. So that Raghunath was advised to get married. That Raghunath was doing diplomacy. That Raghunath was doing business. All these things were going on. But Raghunath was not interested in all these activities because Mahaprabhu told him, that's why he was following that. But he was not able to give up the family life and he was not able to run away from his family because of the high security arrangement. Now, what to do? Then Nityananda Prabhu comes into the picture. If everything fails, Nityananda Prabhu is the hope. Nityananda Prabhu can solve any problem. Right? Pratapdudra Maharaj also got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who played the most important role? Nityananda Prabhu. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was chastised. Then Ramananda Rai was indirectly pacified. But Lord Nityananda was brilliantly pursuing. And ultimately, Pratapdudra Maharaj got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here also, Nityananda Prabhu came to a place known as Panihati. It's near Calcutta, near Kolkata, in West Bengal, at the bank of Ganges. And Nityananda Prabhu was sitting under a banyan tree on a high place. And Raghunath came to know that Nityananda Prabhu came in Panihati. And his house and Panihati is not so far. So he took permission and came to meet Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu was sitting under the banyan tree and Raghunath was offering obeisances from a distance. And the associates of Lord Nityananda Prabhu informed Nityananda Prabhu that Raghunath came and offering obeisances. And he told, bring him near. But Raghunath was very fearful, reluctant. Then Nityananda Prabhu grabbed him and put his lotus feet on his head. That was the first activity of Nityananda Prabhu. Then Nityananda Prabhu told, you are a thief. You are a thief. And I want to give you punishment. That's why Panihati festival is known as Danda Mahotsav, festival of punishment. Festival of punishment. Then why Nityananda Prabhu addressed Raghunath Das Goswami as a thief? He never stole anything. He's a very rich person, very, very opulent person. Why is addressed as a thief? Who is a thief? Who takes away others' property without his permission. That is called thief. So what Raghunath did? Raghunath wanted to steal Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the property of Nityananda Prabhu. And he wanted to do that without taking permission from Nityananda Prabhu. That is the crime of Raghunath Das Goswami. Lesson to be learned, we should not jump to Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, Nityananda Prabhu is Guru, spiritual master. So we should not jump over. That is not the way Krishna wants us to surrender unto him. It's a process. The process is we have to surrender to Krishna's representative. That is the process. But those who are not so matured, they want to have direct access. In this world also, people feel very proud. I have direct access to spiritual master, to my Guru Maharaj. I don't need any secretary. I can go directly. Lord also, I have direct contact. No need of anybody. I can enter into the altar and have direct access. So externally you can do that, but you will have no access to the Supreme Personality of God, because this system doesn't work. Raghunath wanted to do that. That's why Mahaprabhu immediately rejected him. That is the way Lord acts. Now, Nityananda Prabhu is addressing him as a thief, and he wanted to punish him. So punishment of Nityananda Prabhu has become a festival. That is the glory of the punishment from the Vaishnavas. Guru's punishment is a festival. Vaishnava's punishment is a festival. So whether a Guru or a Vaishnava blesses us or curses us, punishes us or rewards us, everything is same. Because it's all out of love. Just like Krishna is absolute, Krishna's pure devotees' acts are also absolute. It is beyond the dualities of material world. Good, bad, punishment, reward, right? Happiness, miseries, all these are dualities. But Krishna's acts are beyond these dualities. So what is the punishment? Nityananda Prabhu said, you have to feed all the devotees here. And now it is summer in Bengal. And in summer, very healthy food is yogurt and chipped rice. So Nityananda Prabhu is very expert. And it is very easily doable. Not much preparation is needed to make chira dadi, yogurt and chipped rice. So Raghunath Das Goswami was so happy, and he bought whatever is available surrounding areas. Everything he bought. And in Bengal, if there is some festival of prasadam, you don't need to invite anyone. That is a glory. That is the glory. This is called glorious culture. For prasadam, you don't need to be invited. People think like, oh, how can I go to his house? I am not invited. For ordinary lunch is okay. But for prasadam, even if you are not invited, we say jokingly, he might have forgotten, but I have not forgotten. So, for prasadam, you don't need any invitation. For festival, you don't need any invitation. It's our festival. This is Lord festival. It's not a function that needs invitation, marriage ceremony, you have to be invited. It's not like that. So therefore, by this festival you can understand, festival means prasadam distribution. If you are doing festival and no prasadam distribution, then it is not a festival. And today I had a wonderful quote from Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, deity worship means prasadam distribution. If you are worshipping the deities and no prasadam distribution, what is the use of that deity worship? The essence of deity worship is prasadam distribution. Essence of festival is prasadam distribution. Essence of preaching is prasadam distribution. Prabhupada transformed the world through prasadam distribution. Right? People, devotees used to leave the ashram and Prabhupada tricked them. He used to keep ISKCON bullet, the famous ISKCON bullet just next to the exit door. And devotees used to go out and used to look at that. He said, no, no, better stay back because it's so attractive. It's called, what is the name of the sweet? Gulab Jamun. So that is the power. But sometimes we forget that our lecture will make people devotees. I have given a wonderful lecture. People will become devotees. We have a thinking like that. But this is not a right thinking. Prabhupada said, what your 3 minutes lecture will have impact in someone's life? Give my books. Content has to be pure. Purity is the force. The words in Prabhupada's books is pure. Prasadam is definitely pure. Holy name is pure. But our talks may not be pure. That has to be understood. Prabhupada said, success of Ratha Yatra, because Ratha Yatra festival is coming. How to measure the success of Ratha Yatra festival? Prabhupada wrote a letter. 3 things. How many plates of prasadam have been distributed? How many people started chanting the holy name? And how many books have been distributed? This is the measurement of success of Ratha Yatra festival. Here also, prasadam distribution. Very, very important. By prasadam distribution, we can conquer the whole world. And especially in India, we can conquer by prasadam distribution. So here, Raghunath Das Goswami, who is the embodiment of renunciation, who never ate in Radha Kund, but he is serving the Vaishnavas and giving opulent, very, very opulent prasadam, whatever could be done that time, in that momentary situation. And it was arranged very wonderfully, very, very wonderfully. So first, quantity was unlimited. We should not have, I always say, we should not have budget for prasadam. We have a tendency. How much is the budget? There should not be any budget for prasadam. There should not be any budget for preaching. Once one manager approached my Guru Maharaj, how much budget is needed for your Namhatta preaching? And he told a very lofty figure, few crores or something like that. Because preaching cannot have budget. It's unlimited. In the same way, prasadam distribution cannot have budget. I am not telling that you should start immediately, but unless we have faith. Prabhupada said everybody who comes to the temple must be fed prasadam. And he gives elaborate description. There should be you should be ready. Immediately there should be puri. Puri, sabji, halwa. And it should be served hot, not in a hot case you keep it. When they will come, you just fry it, then give it. That was the level of expectation of Srila Prabhupada. And it is doable. See in Tirupati Balaji temple, thousands and thousands of people are fed. Is there any scarcity of fund? We don't have faith. If we have faith, money is not the problem in this world. People are waiting to give money, but we are not ready to take that money because we don't have that faith. It is said wherever there is prasadam distribution, goddess of fortune resides there. Goddess of fortune. Prabhupada used to say, our duty is to serve Krishna. Plan very, very elaborately to serve Krishna. And it is Krishna's duty to provide all the facilities to serve him. That's the way Prabhupada used to tell. So coming back to Raghunath Das, what he is doing. So lot of earthen pots were arranged. Chaitanya Charitamrita explained, 200 to 400 big pots to soak chipped rice with milk and yogurt. 50-50, two varieties. Raghunath did two varieties. One is with condensed milk, other one was with yogurt. Banana was also mentioned, sweet meat was also mentioned, and others. What is that is not mentioned. So you can have mangoes. Somebody told today, why not mango, Maharaj? I said, no problem, mango is very good. So you can have varieties. Our Guru Maharaj in Atlanta, our new Panihati Dham in America, he made a system of so many varieties of chiradahi. So varieties are very important. So many varieties we can make. But seeing the practical situation and number of people, we have to be practical also. Raghunath made two varieties and everybody was given two pots. In one pot, one variety, other pot, the second variety. Everybody got it. Everybody. There are sufficient number of servers. There is no scarcity of service, but there is scarcity of space. Those who are brahmanas, leaders, they sat on the high platform with Nityananda Prabhu. Then other devotees sat below that platform. Then all places were occupied. Then people went to the bank of the Ganges. Then bank of the Ganges was also filled up. Then they entered into the water of the Ganges with two pots. And Nityananda Prabhu was given big 7 pots. So big man, big 7 pots. Then Nityananda Prabhu invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Immediate invitation. And Mahaprabhu appeared. And Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu were walking. And Nityananda Prabhu is taking morsels of chiradahi and putting in the mouth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But nobody could see Mahaprabhu. Only fortunate soul, those who are really fortunate could see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. Recently I was hearing one Guru Maharaj lecture. Guru Maharaj said, Nityananda Prabhu was feeding like that. People are seeing. And after that, Chiradahi disappeared. Because they could not see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is eating. So that was going on, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also feeding Nityananda Prabhu. Nitai was feeding Gauranga, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu was feeding Nityananda Prabhu. And that was going on. And after festival was over, then in between he came, Raghav Pandit. Because Raghav Pandit stays in Panihati. And he cooked a very wonderful Rajbhog for Nityananda Prabhu. He said, your prasad is there in the house. He said, let it be there. I will eat at night. I don't like Rajbhog. I like this kind of arrangement, picnic. We are all from cowherd community. Cowherd community, they love picnic. And I will eat your cooked prasadam at night. So in that way, the whole festival happened wonderfully. Everybody got prasadam. Everybody was happy. And Raghunath Das Goswami gave huge amount of dakshina. It is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Gold coins, not currency notes. Okay? Gold coins. Many gold coins. Nityananda Prabhu got a very huge quantity of gold coins. And other Vaishnavas, according to their seniority, got dakshina. So you have to learn from this, only feeding is not enough. After feeding, dakshina should be given. There is a culture. Prabhupada said it is a duty of the grihasthas to invite Vaishnavas at their home and feed them regularly. And he used to mention that my father used to invite 4 to 5 Vaishnavas every day. Now, if you do that, maybe family problem will arise, but culture should be maintained. This is the culture. Just like temple, we have to feed whoever comes. In the same way, in home also, we should have that same culture. And feeding, and after that, dakshina. Vaishnavas, Brahmanas are very happy when they are fed properly and they are given dakshina. Very easy to very easy to please the Vaishnavas. So when Vaishnavas are pleased, Nityananda Prabhu saw all the devotees are very pleased with Raghunath Das Goswami. Then he decided. Next morning, Raghunath Das Goswami came to the same place under that banyan tree. Nityananda Prabhu was sitting there. And he appealed to Nityananda Prabhu in a very humble state that please bless me so that all the obstacles on my path to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are removed. Then Nityananda Prabhu brought him, and Nityananda Prabhu told, see, Raghunath, his opulence is like Indra, his wife is like Apsara, but he has no interest. So please bless him so that all the obstacles are removed. Then Nityananda Prabhu put his lotus feet on the head of Raghunath Das Goswami. And he said, all your obstacles will be removed. And proof is, in this festival, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and honored Prasadam, danced here in Harinam Sankirtan. That is the proof that already Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has delivered you. So whatever obstacles were there, that will be removed. That was the prediction. And also he told that now you will become the assistant of Sarup Damodar Goswami. You will be under the shelter of Sarup Damodar Goswami. Already Nityananda Prabhu predicted. That's why this Raghunath is known as Saruper Raghu. There are many Raghunaths, but this Raghunath is the Raghunath of Sarup Damodar Goswami. Sarup Damodar Goswami was the secretary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Raghunath Das Goswami became his assistant. So in that way, Raghunath Das Goswami became the assistant secretary of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and became the most intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya. Why? Because he fed the Vaishnavas. He pleased the devotees. That is the secret of success. Proof. So we can get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu when we please the devotees. And when Nityananda Prabhu is pleased, then we can get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the process. We should not go opposite. So ultimately, we have to please the devotees. But it's very difficult for us because staying in the association of devotees is the most difficult task in Kali Yuga. Going to the forest, doing Pandav Nirjala Ekadasi, Janmashtami fasting, these are difficult, but not that difficult. But staying in the association of devotees is the most difficult austerity. That's why it is recommended in Kali Yuga not to go to the Himalayas, not to go to the forest, because this austerity is the real austerity in Kali Yuga. Sankirtan movement, staying in the association of devotees. And how we can stay in the association of devotees? By serving the devotees. But we are so busy in criticizing the devotees. That's why we don't have the mentality to serve the devotees. So when we focus on serving the devotees, then naturally we will come out from the tendency to criticize the devotees. So serving the devotees is the secret of our success in our spiritual journey. Raghunath Das Goswami, who is the main acharya in our line, has proved this is the way. So from this Panihati festival, these are the lessons we can learn and we can apply in our lives. And if we learn and apply, then also we'll get the same result what Raghunath Das Goswami got. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. पानीहाटी चिरादधि महामहोत्सव की जय, श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. Any
If any
question?
devotee has any question,
If you have any question, you can ask 1-2 questions. If you have any. No question looks like. Huh? You have? She also has.
Small question, Maharaj.
Small.
It's that Raghunath Daswami was drinking buttermilk.
Huh?
Raghunath Daswami was drinking buttermilk in 3 days, once in 3 days. Like along with the water or just only buttermilk in 3 days? He was drinking water also?
Drinking water or not, that is not mentioned. But drinking buttermilk in every 2-3 days, that is mentioned. But you are thinking if water is there, you can also try. Why you are asking this question? You are thinking, how come it is possible? I don't know whether he was drinking water or not. That is not mentioned. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, pranams. Thank you for your realizations. I have 2 questions. You said
Yeah. How many questions?
2.
2. 2 or 3?
2, Prabhu.
2.
2, Maharaj. You told just now that devotee association is then austerity. But what I see is actually devotees enjoy devotee association, and and it's the case with me too. In fact, I feel I'm enjoying in devotee association more than how is it austerity?
Okay.
Then
What's the second question?
Second question is, you in the beginning of the class, you told that in Kali Yuga, like without any agenda, we should practice devotional service, especially
Kali Yuga, every
grihasthas.
Yuga.
Yeah, I mean,
This
now.
no agenda is beyond Yugas.
So, though after coming to Krishna consciousness openly, I don't ask, but the mind is still filled with desires. How to overcome that? I cannot say. I mean, how to really
What's your question?
how to really practice devotional service without an agenda? I feel it is impossible.
Okay. Mission impossible. Okay, let's see how it is possible or not possible to discuss. First question is, how come association of devotees, I didn't say association of devotees, I said staying in the association of devotees is an austerity. You mentioned that we enjoy the association of devotees, right? Yeah, definitely. How long? That is a question mark. At the beginning, everything is very wonderful because anything new is very enjoyable. So when we start our devotional service, everything is new, right? Knowledge, philosophy is new, deities are new to us, right? Message of Srimad Bhagavatam is also new, devotees are also new. In Mayapur, people come and say, seeing the brahmacharis, they said, we cannot understand who is who. And looks like you are coming from other planets. They feel very excited by seeing the brahmacharis. But after a few years, they come to know which planet they are coming from. Because for them, now they have maintained a file for each devotee. And in that file is written, this devotee has these faults, that devotee has these faults, this devotee has these faults. So our file begins. That happens. Right? Familiarity breeds contempt. So when we become familiar, what will happen? We don't appreciate sadhu sangha. Rather, we criticize sadhu sangha. Many people say, I don't see any good devotee in ISKCON. Some people say, I don't see any pure devotee in ISKCON. Because he thinks he is the only pure devotee. Right? Kanishta Adhikari, he thinks everybody is in Maya. Why? Because he is in Maya. We see according to our consciousness. Prabhupada gives the example. If someone is a saintly person, he will see everybody as saintly. Someone who is a thief, he will think everybody is a thief. What glass we are wearing. That's why we have to see the devotees through the eyes of Shastra. Shastra Chakshu. We have to know devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. Very, very dear. So when we deal with the devotees badly, if we criticize the devotees, it's like a shooting an arrow in the heart of Krishna. Krishna becomes very much disturbed when he sees that his devotees are criticized. But because of our conditioning, we criticize devotees left, right, and center, and other directions also. Okay? That's why it becomes challenging. And another problem in Kali Yuga, staying together, difficult. Why? Because it's the age of quarrel. Fight. Why fight? Because everybody is right. My way or highway. We are all talking about right. Nobody is talking about their duties. So when you talk about right, there will be fight. In Sadhu Sangha also, that happens. We don't focus on our duties. We focus on our rights. With that mentality, we enter into Sadhu Sangha. And because of that, we fight. And Kali is smiling because he wants to see that. What he wants to see? Devotees are fighting. Okay? Clear? And I pray that you enjoy Sadhu Sangha continuously. If that happens, it's very wonderful. But even if it does not happen, don't leave the association. That is the recommendation. Okay? And what was the second question? How we can become free from desires, personal desires. Looks like it is impossible. Prabhupada used to say, impossible is the word in a fool's dictionary. It is not impossible, it is doable. So it's a process. But we have to take a stand. Some people think, oh, as a sadhaka, we can have sense enjoyment. No. Sadhaka should not also have sense enjoyment. Siddha also should not have sense enjoyment. If you want to enjoy material world, then you cannot perform Suddha Bhakti. Even sadhana also you are not qualified. The qualification to do sadhana bhakti is related to Suddha Bhakti only. Sadhana bhakti থেকে হয় রতির উদয়, রতি গাঢ় হইলে প্রেম নাম কয়. So sadhana bhakti is also pure bhakti, bhava bhakti is also pure bhakti, prema bhakti is also pure bhakti. But there is a difference. Like green mango and ripe mango. But both are mangoes. So sadhana bhakti is also pure. Why? Anna vilasita sunyam. If you don't have that qualification, then you are not eligible to enter into Suddha Bhakti. We have to give up our own personal desire. What is our desire? Desire for bhukti, desire for mukti. Two desires primarily. As long as we have these two desires, we cannot enter into Suddha Bhakti. But as a sadhaka, we may have anarthas because we are sadhakas. But we don't want to nurture those anarthas. We want to come out from those anarthas. That is the purpose of sadhana bhakti. That's why it is Suddha. Because your purpose should be to become Suddha Bhakta. A sadhaka only wants Suddha Bhakti. He doesn't want anything else. But his heart is having anarthas. That's why he's a sadhaka, not siddha. But when someone becomes siddha, then his heart is pure. His process is pure, his heart is pure, everything is pure. That is called perfection. Okay? It's possible. It's not impossible. How it is possible? When you associate with that kind of devotee. Niskam Bhakta. When you associate with Niskam Bhaktas, we will develop Niskam Bhav. And when you associate with Sakam Bhaktas, we will develop Sakam Bhav. Okay? Association. Sajatiya, Snigdha, and advanced devotees. When we associate, then we can develop these qualities. Okay? So we'll end here. You don't have any question? Generally you have questions? Any question? Okay then. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samveta Gaura Bhakta Vinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bo.
Hare Krishna. We are very grateful to Maharaj for giving his valuable association. So we have association of Maharaj from today till next Tuesday, next Monday. Tuesday will be Maharaj will be proceeding further. So from tomorrow onwards, every day morning we have the morning Bhagavatam class. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we have Maharaj is giving his association in the Panihati Chidadahi festival. As well as Wednesday evening, we have the Snanyatra of Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So we have Maharaj's association during that time also. And every day from tomorrow, as Rath Yatra is also coming closer, so and also Snanyatra is there, Maharaj will be giving Katha on Jagannath Katha on different aspects of Lord Jagannath. And then from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And also Panihati festival, again we'll hear elaborately about the Panihati Chidadahi festival.
From tomorrow, we'll observe ourselves in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That will be good, no?
So we request all the devotees to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to hear from Maharaj in the morning as well as in
No
the festival.
austerity. Now is a time of no austerity. Jagannath means no austerity. Janmashtami, 12 o'clock, fasting. Jagannath Snan Jatra, no fasting. Austerity of Jagannath festival is feasting. Okay.
So let us express our gratitude to Maharaj by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, we request devotees in the because most of the devotees for the Bhagavatam will be coming directly are the vicinity devotees or this one. So we'll put a poll in the group. You can respond to that so that we'll get an approximate idea of how many devotees to make the prasadam. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Now prasadam is there in the prasadam hall. Chidadahi is there.